Sri Gurubhyo Nama children, welcome to online training session Ekalaiva. Already we are discussing about the chemical properties of alkenes. Yesterday I have started with the oxidation. We have seen different oxidation products of alkenes yesterday I told you. I started with ethene, and I started with combustion first, controlled oxidation. Then I told about Bayes reagent. Bayes reagent was the last reaction we have written yesterday. Today we are going to see another important oxidation product of ethene, that is alkene. Here I am going to talk about potassium permanganate. Yesterday I told you. So cold, dilute, alkaline, neutral potassium permanganate, we can call it as Bayes reagent. Yesterday I told you. Ethene, by adding oxygen and water in the presence of Bayes reagent, I got 1,2 ethane diol. So I have used potassium permanganate there under cold, dilute, neutral, alkaline. So potassium permanganate in alkaline medium, neutral and alkaline medium. So what is the product I got there? 1,2 ethane diol. Okay. Now we are going to use the same potassium permanganate in acidified solution. That is acidified potassium permanganate. Here I am going to talk about this oxidation under drastic condition. What is drastic condition actually? High temperature and high concentration. At high temperatures and high concentration of acids. So drastic condition is nothing but high temperature and high concentration of acid. So we are going to say acidified potassium dichromate, that is potassium permanganate, which is acting as a powerful oxidizing agent. So high temperature and high concentration of acids. So we can call it as drastic condition. So we are going to see the reaction now, so that you will have a complete clarity. First one, I am writing ethene undergoes oxidation. So which potassium permanganate, that is acidified potassium permanganate, KMnO4 acidified potassium permanganate. So what are the products I am getting here? Here what is that? You will be getting carbon dioxide and water. So when you talk about this CH2 group, so what is that actually? This CH2 group, when it is oxidized, when CH2 group is oxidized, it is converted into carbon dioxide and water. So different types of oxidation products we are going to see now, depending upon the different types of groups attached. When CH2 group is there, double bond CH2, it can be oxidized as carbon dioxide and water. If it is, CHR, double bond CHR, so what is that? It can be oxidized into aldehydes. It can be oxidized into carboxylic acids. So it can be oxidized into carboxylic acids. If CHR group is there attached to double bond, it can be oxidized to carboxylic acid. Whereas in case of CRR dash, so when a group is attached like this to a double bond, so here it is oxidized into ketones. So you will be getting ketones here, oxidized to ketones. So there are so many oxidation products based upon the groups. For example, if CH2 is oxidized, you will be getting carbon dioxide and water. If double bond CHR is there, which is oxidized, you will be getting carboxylic acid. Whereas in case of CRR dash, it is oxidized to ketone. So these are the various oxidation products by using acidified potassium permanganate. So here we are going to talk about the oxidation products products of acidified potassium permanganate under drastic condition. What is drastic condition? We are going to use high temperature and we are going to take high concentration of the acid, acidified. So potassium permanganate in acid medium. So at high temperature and high concentration, oxidation is carried over. So we are going to get different types of products. So the first one I told about ethene. So what is the reactant here? Ethene. See, double bond CH2. Whenever double bond CH2 is there, it is oxidized. What are the products we are getting there? Carbon dioxide and water. So ethene on oxidation with acidified potassium permanganate. So we are getting the products as carbon dioxide and water. And one more thing I wanted to say here. We need oxygen for oxidation. For example, we need oxygen to carry out the oxidation, is it not? We need oxygen for oxidation reaction. So let me see now how we are getting the oxygen, nascent oxygen. We need oxygen for oxidation. For example, I told you acidified potassium permanganate is a powerful oxidizing agent. So this acidified potassium permanganate, for example, permanganate plus acid. What are the products we are getting here? We are getting potassium sulfate and manganese sulfate and 3 water molecules, and along with that I am getting 5 nascent oxygen. Already I told you we need oxygen for oxidation. How we are getting oxygen atoms from acidified potassium dichromate, potassium permanganate. So this acidified potassium permanganate, what are the products we are getting here? Permanganate plus acid. So what are the products we are getting here? One of the product is potassium sulfate, another product is manganese sulfate, and the byproducts are, water is a byproduct. What is the other product I am getting? What is the speciality here? I am getting nascent oxygen. So this oxygen is called nascent oxygen. So this nascent oxygen I am going to use for oxidation reaction. So this nascent oxygen which is obtained from acidified potassium permanganate is used for further oxidation reaction. For example, we are going to see one more example. CH3, CH2, single bond CH, double bond CH2. CH3. Say, what is the name of this compound? Actually, it is butane. It is butane. So what is the compound here? So we will write like this. So this is actually, there are 5 carbon. So I am going to write a different compound. So there are 5 carbon atoms here. What is the name of this compound? It can be pentane. So what is the name of this compound? Actually it is pentene. There is a double bond. There are 5 carbon totally. So how many carbon atoms are there totally? So 5 carbon atoms are there. Who is the parent? Pent. I have double bond is there. What is the UPSC ending? So we can call it as ene. So it is pentene. When you give the, what is that, numbering. So what is that? The double bond is between 2 and 3. The double bond is between 2 and 3, so it is 2-pentene. As the double bond is between 2 and 3, starting point, the least number, the starting point is 2, so the name of this compound is 2-pentene. So we are going to say this 2-pentene undergoes oxidation using, what is that, acidified potassium permanganate. Acidified potassium permanganate, already I told you. What is the group here? Actually, CHR group. Is it not? So this is nothing but CHR. Double bond CHR. When double bond CHR is oxidized, what is the product I have to get? I have to get, what is that? Carboxylic acids. So double bond CHR, when it is oxidized, I am going to get carboxylic acid. So here this compound for this reactant, what are the products we are going to see? By adding oxygen, what is the double bond is broken? This bond will be broken. What you will be getting? CH3, CH2, okay. Out of 4 oxygen, I am adding 2 oxygen atoms here. To this carbon, I am adding 2 oxygen atoms. So I am adding 2 oxygen atoms towards this carbon and 2 oxygen atoms towards this carbon. So what is that you will be getting? So actually 4 oxygen atoms I have taken. 2 oxygen atoms are added to what is that? This carbon and 2 oxygen atoms towards the other side. So what is that you will be getting? CH3, CH2, carbon is there. Bring these 2 oxygen inside. One more hydrogen is there. What is the name of this compound? Propanoic acid. What is the name of this compound? Propanoic acid. So what is the compound I have to get here? What is the oxidized product I have to get? I have to get carboxylic acid. I am going to get 2 different types of carboxylic acid here. So it is an oxidation reaction where 2 different groups are attached here. Both the groups are getting oxidized. I am going to get 2 different types of carboxylic acid. One carboxylic acid is propanoic acid. What is the other carboxylic acid? So CH3 is there. Okay. Carbon is there. 2 more oxygen you insert here. So what is that you will be getting? Ethanoic acid. So one compound will be propanoic acid and another compound will be ethanoic acid. So these are the various oxidized products of acidified potassium permanganate. I gave 2 examples. With double bond CH2, when it is oxidized, I got carbon dioxide and water. With the CHR group, when it is oxidized, I got 2 different types of acids here. One is propanoic acid with 3 carbon and the other one is ethanoic acid with 2 carbon. Up to this, oxidation is over. So I have used potassium permanganate in 2 different ways. What is the first one? I have started to use cold, dilute, neutral, alkaline potassium permanganate Bayer's reagent. I got the product as 1,2 ethane diol. In the second case, I am going to use the same potassium permanganate under drastic condition, that is at high temperature and high concentration. Here we are going to add acid towards potassium permanganate. What is that we are getting here? I am getting nascent oxygen which is highly reactive. So this nascent oxygen I am going to make use of for oxidation reaction. So I have given the example 2-butene where 2-pentene I gave example where when 4 oxygen atoms are added here for oxidation, I got 2 different types of acids. One is propanoic acid, another one is ethanoic acid. The next reaction we are going to talk about ozonolysis. The next one is ozonolysis. What is ozonolysis? Addition of ozone. Addition of O3. Addition of ozone, O3. So here we are going to say, I am going to give an example. Ethene. What is the name of this compound? Ethene. So ethene undergoes ozonolysis. We are adding ozone. How we are getting the compound? I am going to break the double bond. So addition reactions. So I am going to bring out this addition reaction by adding oxygen. So here ozone has to be brought inside. There are 3 oxygen atoms. I have to bring the oxygen atoms inside. How can I bring? By breaking the double bond. So what is that you are going to get here? CH2, okay, oxygen, again CH2, here one oxygen, again another oxygen, okay. What is the name of the compound I am getting here? Ozonoid. What is the name of the compound I am getting here? Ozonoid, which is unstable and explosive. Which is an unstable compound and explosive. So it will explode. So it is unstable and explosive. So what is the further reaction? This ozonoid, when it is undergoing reductive cleavage, reduction, we are undergoing reduction and cleaving the bond, reduction cleavage. So reduction cleavage, what is that we are using the reagent here? Zinc and water. So when you are adding zinc and water, what is happening here? Oxygen from water combines with what is that? Oxygen from what is that? Ozonoid combines with water. You will be getting H2O2 as hydrogen peroxide. So what is the byproduct we are getting here? Hydrogen peroxide. So oxygen from ozonoid combines with water to give hydrogen peroxide, which is a byproduct. What is the main product I am getting here? The bond will be broken like this. The bond will be broken like this. What is the compound I am getting here? I am getting two molecules of formaldehyde. CH2O I can rearrange like this. HCHO plus HCHO. So CH2O I have written as what is that? I have rearranged. The CH2O is rearranged. So rearranged, I am writing HCHO and HCHO. What is that actually? What is that? Methanol. What is that actually? Methanol. I am getting two molecules of methanol. So aldehyde, I am getting the, what is that? Two molecules of methanol. What is the byproduct here? I am getting hydrogen peroxide. What is ozonolysis? Adding ozone and cleaving the bond. Breaking the bond. We are going to break the unsaturation point, double bond here. I have added ozone to ethene. So double bond is broken. All the three oxygen atoms are brought inside. So what is the compound I am getting here? Intermediate compound. I am getting an unstable explosive, which is ozonoid. So this ozonoid, next step, reduction cleavage. Reduction means adding hydrogen. We can add hydrogen in the presence of nickel, palladium or platinum catalyst, or we can bring the reductive cleavage using zinc and water. So using zinc and water, I am using reductive cleavage here. So bond is cleaved here. Oxygen from ozonoid combines with water to give hydrogen peroxide. What are the products I am getting here? Usually in ozonolysis, we are getting either aldehydes or ketone. So what are the products you will be getting? What is the possibility? In ozonolysis, the final product will be either it can be an aldehyde or it can be a ketone. Here I got the final product as aldehyde. What is the aldehyde I am getting here? Aldehyde with one carbon. How do we name that aldehyde? Methanol. I am getting two molecules of methanol with the liberation of hydrogen peroxide. So this is ozonolysis. The next one, we are going to talk about polymerization. The next one is polymerization. What is polymerization? Many monomer units are joined together at high temperature and pressure. Many monomer units are joined together. Many monomer units are joined together or joined together at high temperature and high pressure. At high temperature and high pressure to give a giant molecule. At high temperature and high pressure. At high temperature and high pressure to give a giant molecule called polymer. To give a giant molecule, large molecule, to give a giant molecule or large molecule, we can call it as polymer. To give a giant molecule is called polymer. And this process is known as polymerization. This process is called polymerization. This process is called polymerization. So, I am going to explain now polymerization. What is polymerization? It is a process where many monomer units when many monomer units are joined together at high temperature and high pressure, what is the temperature condition? What is the condition of the reaction? At high temperature and high pressure, many monomers are joined together. I am getting a large compound. I can call it as a giant molecule. I can call a large compound or giant molecule. We can call this process as, what is that? Polymerization, and the product formed is known as polymer. The process is polymerization and the product is polymer. For example, I am writing N molecules of ethene. N molecules of ethene. It undergoes polymerization at high temperature and high pressure. So it undergoes polymerization at high temperature and high pressure. So conditions are high temperature and high pressure. So what is the product I am going to get? I am going to get a, what is that, a linear polymer, which is, what is that, I am getting a compound like this, polythene, polyethylene or polythene. So you will be getting a linear polymer like this. So we can call it as polyethylene or polyethylene, polyethylene or polythene, polyethylene or polythene, which is a polymer. So what is that we are going to do? We are breaking this, what is that, we are shifting the bond, we are shifting the, what is that, bond actually. So what is that, the monomer is joined together, as a result you will be getting a polymer here. So here actually CH2 double bond CH2. So what is that? We are going to shift the double bond, and what is that? Number of ethene molecules are combined together. So it is a monomer here. Number of monomers are joined together. So we are getting a giant polymer, large molecule, which is a, what is that, polythene here or polyethylene. So it is one of the example for polymerization. So what is polymerization? Many monomers are joined together. What is the temperature condition? High temperature and high pressure. These monomers are combined. So what is the compound we are getting here? We are getting a large molecule or giant molecule. We can call this final product as polymer. So I have taken N molecules of ethene and I have heated at high temperature and high pressure. What is the product I am getting here? I am getting a linear polymer, which is polyethylene or polythene, which is, what is that, a very very important product in, what is that, in industrial application. It finds various use in industrial application. So up to this, what is the chemical properties we have discussed. So chemical properties of alkenes we have discussed. The next one I am going to talk with the next set of hydrocarbon. We are going to talk about the alkynes. So we will see that in the next video. If you like this video, you please subscribe for this video. Thank you, children.